everyone, this is Laura. I'm a busy mom of 6, a wife, a medical coder, and an avid budgeter, and I'm on a journey to become debt-free and build my wealth for the next generation, breaking generational strongholds of debt so the next generation can live and give like they were meant to. So if that interests you, then stick around as we cash budget, continue to do my debt snowball, breaking free from debt, and building wealth. Okay, so we're going to do the Easy Cash Budget Extended Weekly Planner. This is by Beautifully Me and You. You can find her on her YouTube channel, which I'll try to link below, but also on Amazon. She has a weekly and a bi-weekly planner, so go check it out. I love this planner. It's been really good for breaking things down and having a plan weekly. It has 5 spots for planning and a monthly breakdown. So it's great. Let's go ahead and look at this as we go ahead and do our cash stuffing for our high priority sinking funds this week. So let's go through this. I have a paycheck, my first paycheck, and it's going to come on the 30th, and my next paycheck isn't until the 14th. So I make sure that whatever falls in between those dates is paid on the bills first, and any debts as well. So anything that falls within those dates are paid. So I go ahead and write my total amount for that paycheck and my bills and their amount due and when they're due. Total that up and see what I have left to work with that time, which is $671. And I do keep in mind how much my debt snowball is, because I always want to make sure that I have that left over. So I always kind of think in my mind, you know, what I'm working with minus whatever my snowball is. So that in mind, I go ahead and write out my cash envelopes, their amount, that leaves the $556 here you see, and then the sinking funds, and these are my high priority sinking funds, and these are mostly my, you know, take with me cash envelopes. And I go and total that out, and then I had the 100 in my mind subtracted from it, so I knew I had 226 left over for savings challenges. Now normally I would take all of mine and just throw it at this debt snowball, but I'm actually pausing on that just for a little bit. With the economy the way it is, and after, you know, much thought and prayer, I've decided for the next few months I'm going to just kind of throw everything I can into sinking funds and into low priority savings. That way, if something happens, that I have the money available. Having a family of 6, when something does happen, it's very expensive. So where inflation might affect somebody a little bit, it affects us just, you know, times 6. So I just need to make sure that we're prepared and we have what we need. And once I really feel padded in those areas, then I'm going to go back and attack my debt snowball. I still am. I'm going to do the 100 every single paycheck, which I told you we had 5. So it's still a lot going towards the snowball, but I'm also just leaving a lot in the savings and not just rolling everything over. So hopefully that makes sense, but I just felt like during this period of time it would be wise. So after I go ahead and do all that, then it leaves me 0, which is what I want. I make sure to check my final totals, again leaving 0, because I do a zero-based budget, which is kind of like Dave Ramsey method. But also it's really good, just every single dollar has a home and it knows where it's going, and there's no frivolous spending. Even though I do make sure there's the little bit of money for eating out, spending and things here, because in reality if I don't budget for those, that's when I have mishaps. Like I still need to have those things because things happen, you know, and I need to be prepared for it. So, okay, with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and make sure we have the right amount of money, and we should have this much. Let's add these totals. 115 and 230 and 226. Okay, 571. That's how much we should have. I do not pull my bills money out or my debt snowball. Those are paid online because I get benefits paying those online. Some of them, you know, auto withdrawal for my, for instance, you know, my car insurance gives me a break or things like that. And then paying my debt snowball, it's easier that way online for paying off a credit card debt. So I pay those online, but what's left over I pull in cash. So I only pull cash out of these 3 different categories. Everything else is left in the checking account. Okay, so now let's make sure I actually have that much money, 571. Let's find out. 20, 40, 60, 81, 2, 3, 360. Okay, and 10, 1, 50 and 10s. So let's see our 5s. 60 and 5s and a 1, so 61. Awesome, we got 571. So we're right where we need to go. I'm gonna move this over a little bit here. And let's go ahead and pull out my high priority sinking fund binder. All right, now, let's see, childcare. This is gonna make it really easy because I have it all mapped out here. Childcare says 30, so I'm just gonna grab 30. I think it's really important during these times to be thinking of how to save money because the world's getting a little cuckoo. Let's see what we got for childcare. 20, 40, 60, 75. You know, just reassessing, looking at your bills, I think would be wise, and see where you can cut back. So for instance, on groceries, I really think very hardly. I mean, the fact is there's a lot of us, and I try to make my grocery bills as small as possible. I do this by using an Ibotta app, doing Walmart pickup orders, or things like that, so I don't go into the store. That way I can create a good budget before I go in and not mess, you know, not overspend. Another good app is like Emeals, E-M-E-A-L-S. I'll try to link it below, but it's really good because you can go ahead and plan everything you're eating, pick what you're planning. So if like you planned spaghetti, you'd pick spaghetti, and then you push upload a Walmart, you know, app, and it uploads all the ingredients you need for that. You can even adjust per amount of people you have, how many servings you want, and then you go through your pantry, you know, delete everything you already have, whatever's left on that list, you go ahead and push order, you go and you pick up, you don't even get out of the car. I mean, makes it so simple, makes it so you don't overspend, makes it economical, and I use the Ibotta app on top of that to place that order, and then after I've picked my emails, and I'm able to not only have it planned out, but I'm making points off of Ibotta, and I'm making points off of my Fetch. So Fetch is an app where you take pictures of your receipts, but those e-receipts, those electronic receipts from Walmart pickup, they also work. I'll go ahead and put something here kind of explaining how Fetch works step by step, but I'm telling you, if you use the emails for meal planning, and then use the Walmart pickup so you're not wasting extra money going to the store buying extra impulse buys, that's how you're going to stay on your budget, and it really, really pays off.
Here's the Fetch app. You're going to go ahead and click that orange camera button on the bottom middle. It'll give you two options, the blue or the orange one. You click the orange to take a picture of any receipt. I'm going to take two pictures here to make sure I get the whole receipt in the view. And then I'm going to click that bottom right submit button that's kind of sparkling orange. That way it will upload the receipt. Once it's uploaded, then it will give you the points for that receipt. If it matches any of their specials, you'll get extra points, like you see Vaughn's in the bottom right here at 1,500 points if you shop there 2 times. But you can also do e-receipts. That's the blue button, and that will upload any of your like Amazon or Walmart or Target or Google here and give you extra points for shopping online. And that just happens if you link your accounts.
Okay, so haircuts gets 20. And moving is going to get 5. You know, another really good thing, another YouTuber suggests, and I just thought it was brilliant, was go ahead and look at your other expenses, like your car insurance. I don't know about you, but every time I call my car insurance or my cable or my phone bill, I can usually get a new, like, lower payment. It's always worth a phone call. I mean, think about how much money you can save. Pet care might give it 35. So I would encourage you, pick something that you feel like you might be able to get a better rate for, and it can't hurt, and see if you can save some money there, especially during these times where it's all just wonky out there, right? Definitely wonky. Health is 5. And also cash stuffing and that kind of stuff helps too. Here's a good one, subscriptions. So I save up subscriptions till I have a few $100s, and then I will call, so for instance, like Canva gives you a break if you pay it all for a whole year. So maybe I would stop my monthly subscriptions, I'd pay it for a whole year, I'm saving money in the long run, and I'm also reducing my monthly bills. So, you know, maybe you don't have the money to pay for something up front, but you can save up for it and then pay for it up front. I mean, that's the way to really save money. So there's all kinds of ways to be creative, you know, and save money. Date night's 10. When I was first married, we were really, really poor for a long time. And I remember date night really was a walk in the park, a walk downtown, a walk around the neighborhood with a homemade cup of coffee. You know, you have to figure out creative ways so that you can get the goals that you need to feel, you know, safe, and that you're saving money and in control. So I think, really think this week how you can do that. And I'd love to hear that you're going to give it a shot and try something out. Right below in the comments, just maybe one thing that you might try this week. Is it your car insurance you're going to call? Maybe your cable bill to see if you can get a new promotion? Or simply not going and spending that money on that Starbucks coffee and making it at home? Whatever it is, take that money, throw it towards a debt or a savings challenge, wherever you feel like you need to, so that you can also start saving money and building the wealth that we need, okay? Where are we at? So we got clothing. See how much simpler it makes just having it all mapped out. I can actually like talk and stuff at the same time. It's absolutely amazing. Miscellaneous, I forgot to budget for it. That's gonna get 5. And kids extra, I always seem to forget something that they need for school or life or going out or something. Okay, and Amazon, Etsy, Obsession needs 5. I think also thinking where your money is making a mistake. If you have it all mapped out every month and it's in here, and when you do your monthly review at the end and you've missed stuff, if it's consistently something you're missing, add it to those cash envelopes or those sinking funds so that you have accounted for it. Because going backwards, because you haven't really made a sinking fund for it or a cash envelope, that kind of messes up the budget and hurts you and makes it so that you potentially go back into debt and use a credit card. So it's always good to kind of reevaluate at the end of every month or the beginning of the new month for your new budget, and to make sure that you don't need to add or remove a sinking fund. Okay, we got my hubby. What is he getting? He's getting 50. I mean, that's actually what I did for my hubby's one. I noticed he kept spending money on this auction house that he really enjoys, and instead of just having this constant unbalance in our budget, I'm gonna just give him his own envelope, you know? So sometimes it's important to do that. And I think it helps him too, because he'll come to the envelope, pull it out, and before the auction starts, go, oh, I have this much to work with. And then he knows where his budget is and it never goes over. So yeah, that really helps too. And then the receipts were for the fetch. I told you about that. That was for getting points and getting, you know, gift cards and things like that help. But that one's all done for today. So that's it for my high priority sinking fund. And this should be, let's see, this should be 226 left. Let's go ahead and check that. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20. Oh, it's a little bit more. Okay. Well, we'll have to go and check that out. But whatever's left over, unless I messed up something, I'll have to check over that too, is going to go into my savings challenge. And at the end of the month, we'll go ahead and do those. But for now, I do want to show you my debt snowball. So since I have the Home Depot going in for 100, and I did that already online, then I can go ahead and do my debt snowball tracker. And so in the back of her book, she has a few different savings challenges, like let's say $450, emergency fund, and they're real doable. I mean, look at this emergency fund, $10, $15, or even just save your way to $1,000. They have 5s, 20s, 10s. Yeah, so she has a few of those for free in the back, which is nice. And then this whole book was really reasonable at 20 bucks. So now we're going to fill a heart. The large hearts are going to be 100 and the small hearts are going to be 30, and that'll put me just a little bit over the 2,700 to pay it off. So let's go ahead and color one of the larger hearts because I have the 100 this pay period. All right, there we go for my savings tracker is all set and done. And that would be it for today. So we did the cash stuffing and the snowball, but if you're looking for ideas on how you can save money or get out of debt or stop living the paycheck to paycheck, then I want you to check out either this how to pay off your debt quick video here, or even my other savings challenge video here. That'll explain just how to do that. But as always, find joy in your journey, and I will see you next time. Bye.